Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do an update video on the shoes. I know that it's only been a week, but these shoes have been through a lot in the week. I was really hoping that I would come back in a month and be able to do this video, but they just got really bad in a week because we went kayaking and she had them on and I was like, just wear them because, you know, at least we can see the rugged, you know, a kid outside playing in the mud and dirt and all that and see what it can go through. So this is the white over here we just purchased from Walmart. So this is what it looked like before. This is after. You can see how much this has been through. But I thought it was kind of cool because my daughter always walks on the back side of her shoes where she doesn't like pull them on. And she's always doing that. So if you guys have those kind of kids, you know, shout out. Like I said, I was really hoping that it was going to be a month to do this video so you could really see that much time. But either way, it's going to be a cool video. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wash these here in just a second, throw them in the wash, and then I'm going to use spray and wash as well because I really believe these are going to have some spray and wash. So I'm going to spray them with spray and wash just to see how much I can pull out. I'm going to wash them with a load of towels, and now I won't dry them. I'm going to air dry them, but I'm still going to bring them back while they're wet. Because it'll all be in this video, so you'll see it here in just a minute. I'm just recording this part, gonna throw them in the wash, then we'll come back so I can upload it all at one time. So anyways, like I said, so I bought another pair of shoes because my other daughter's wanting something done, and I'm gonna do another video on that because I did have people ask me, you know, how did I size this to figure it out, cutting it out, putting them on, stuff like that. We'll go a little bit more in depth. So we're gonna be doing another video. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the shoes real quick. Like I said, we took these out and she'd taken them kayaking, but she's wore these over and over again. You can really see the bottom of these shoes. This is our life. Hashtag mom life. Okay, so this is what the bottom of the shoes look like. So far for Walmart shoes, they're really holding up. Seems great. I'm dropping dirt everywhere. But I want to start with the side here so you can see everything is holding up really great. So the vinyl is definitely staying on really good. And then the backs here, what I like about this, like I said, because she does walk on them, you can see even with it folding right there, it's not peeling or anything. It's almost like it's embedded down into the shoe. So now on the front here, this is a good thing because like I said, people had concerns of when you're creasing your shoe all the time, how well will that vinyl hold up? But so far, it's just holding up really nicely. Everything is stuck on here really, really good. So, so far, it's just worked out really, really good. So I'm pretty excited. That's a week's worth of vinyl staying on there. And like I said, I'm really excited to show this because the fact that she does walk on the heels of her shoes, which drives me insane, it does show that even with you bending them like that, they're going to hold up really good. So as for this one right here, you can see the writing here. Like I said, it's just kind of like it embeds down into the fabric. So it's held up really good. We'll definitely know with the wash test here in a minute. Same thing with this one. You can see this is how she walks on it, just like this. You can see with it bent like that how well. Hopefully you guys can really pick that up. Like I said, it's like it just melts into the fabric. So you've got, I mean, these little lines right here, but it's not bubbled up at all. Like this is on the fabric. So I hope this is going to help you guys to see that that's going to work out really good. I'm really loving that little mini dritz iron because of its size, the little tiny piece of the head of it. So it really is able to just kind of maneuver all over these shoes. Now, my other daughter, which I'm going to be doing the video on, she's wanting a little heart that's kind of right here. So we're going to be able to kind of see how well, like ironing on the plastic or the rubber here, if you will, how well that'll hold up. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take you guys over to the washer. We're going to get these ready. We're going to spray them with some spray and wash and throw them in. Once they're done, we'll come right back here, see what they look like. So we'll be right back. Okay, so the lighting absolutely stinks in here, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys so you guys can see me putting this in here. I've got my towels in here. So what I'm going to do, this is how I always spray and wash. Just an extra tip for washing. I always spray whatever I'm spraying, like shoes and stuff. I lay it right there on top of that, so that way it's not getting all over everything else in my laundry room. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this. I'm using spray and wash here. I'm just going to spray this all over the shoes. So don't mind my shaking camera here. I'm just going to make sure that I cover everything. But this works best for me because that way I'm not spraying it all over my washer, all over my little, I want to say craft room, my laundry room. So I'm going to spray that really good just because it's super gross. All right, so then once I do that, I just kind of knock it off in there. All right, so then for the next one, same thing. I just kind of drop it in there. And then I'm just going to soak it really good. So what I'll do is kind of wait a few seconds before I start this. That way this spray and wash can really get soaked in there. I probably overspray, but you know, I really want to make sure these come out good and really kind of give it the test. So we'll see how this vinyl holds up to the spray and wash as well. So I think I've got it all. Okay, so everything's covered. I'm gonna just kind of flick it off and kind of make sure those are even in there. You guys can see I'm using all stain lifters. That's what I'm using here today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this and then just spread it around, get it on my shoes over here. So that way, I don't think I hit that one, but anyways, so I'm using all in there just so you guys kind of know what I'm using. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Snuggles fabric softener as well, just so we can put the whole thing to the test and see. So you guys can see I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit, just like that. I don't have a whole lot of towel, so I don't wanna over here. I'm just gonna pour it right down in there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and I'm just gonna wash this on cold. So I've just got my settings here on cold wash, and I'm gonna go ahead and just hit start. So we'll come back as soon as they're done and see what they're gonna, if they made it through the wash. Okay, so they just came out of the wash. They're still like soaking wet here. But I don't dry my shoes just because the clunking. So we always just set ours on top of the dryer. So this is not something that I would have thrown in the dryer anyways. To the vinyl though. So far you can see that vinyl held up really, really good. So looks good. And then on the back here, because this is the one where she stood on it like that. Everything looks good. So I'm hoping you guys can see that good enough. Now on this right here, I should have sprayed a little bit more towards the back. And I had that feeling whenever I was spraying it, I would need it a little more here. So, but I'm not too concerned about it because they're almost back to white. So like I said, once again, here is the ones that we just purchased from Walmart. Okay, so now on to this one. Same thing, it held up really, really good. The only piece that I'm really seeing lifting right here is this little piece right here. This little brown piece on the back side, like his tail or whatever. Other than that, everything looks really, really good. So that held up awesome. So I'm pretty impressed because I don't have any issues with my shirts like I've said before too, so to be able to put it on the canvas shoes and it hold up as well. Now I'm not using the easy press with this and I was using the little iron, but it did, so it held up great. So this is a very good test. So everything looks good here. It seems like right here with this crease it wanted to kind of like bubble right here. It's still attached, but you can see where it's kind of where the crease is, if that makes sense. But other than that, everything has held up really good. Same thing with this side. This is the side where she has stood on it. And you can see how well that has held up. So it worked out just perfect. And we got little pieces of the towel. But it worked out really, really good. So I'm super excited that it worked out and that it lasted through the wash, because I was so nervous that if it would have came off on the canvas, you know, we would, which, I mean, I could have made them again, but I was hoping that they're going to last for a long time. So definitely recommend. This worked out really great. Like I said, I wished it would have been like a month's worth of time, you know, wearing and pushing on your shoes like this and stuff and pushing, but we'll come back later and see if I've had any other issues, but definitely you can throw them in the wash. It worked out great. So anyways, so keep your eye out. Probably Friday, I'm going to go ahead and do one more video just so you guys can kind of see how I measure this, how I figure it out. And I'm going to do the shoes that she's wanting, just to show you guys one more time how I do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.